know what I'm saying? That's a darn way she. As fact checkers were quick to point out, the increase is based on the rate of inflation and required by law. The first Twitter added a note to Tuesday, the original Tuesday afternoon tweet. By Wednesday lunchtime, the message had been deleted. The trouble began with a tweet from the official White House account. Seniors are getting the biggest increase in their Social Security check in 10 years through creepy Joe Biden's leadership. Yeah, right. And when we gonna see it when we dead and gone? Seniors will receive the largest Social Security increase due to the seniors will receive a large Social Security benefit increase due to the annual cost of living adjustment, which is based on inflation rates. Creepy Joe Nixon, you know what I'm saying, in 1972 signed into law automatic benefit adjustment tied to the consumer price index. As we see, as we see. So he's sitting up there lying back and forth and flim flam as usual, as the demon Democrats always do, using reverse psychology, such as creating a Black Caucus Party, like Mr. Warlock and them boule suckers in college and shit. They sign them secret contracts and shit up in colleges and spitting eggs in one another mouth and all kind of rituals and digging each other in the bum, I guess. And they sign these rituals with these Luciferian people right in our fucking colleges. And they're breeding out these black dumb boule suckers who will betray their own family for a chicken wing. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, while they keep these people, while their job is to keep them in leadership and keep the Republicans or any other party from coming in and making a change. But this is coming by way of Brad Dress 5 hours ago. They're coming off the Hill News, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But we see where Mark Kelly, the even Democrat of Arizona, said that Democrats, and you got Mr. Warlock standing up behind him looking like a slick, dumb fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? Our black people have truly disappointed their ancestors by all means for the cash. I wonder if they would have tell their ancestors, I will sell you out and let them chop you up in many pieces if they pay me $1 billion. Oh, my face. I don't even know how he won that office over Mr. Herschel Walker. And if Mr. Herschel Walker won the candidate for the spot, we needed to find somebody else who would have been. Because he's garbage for shit. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody in that bullshit. Here, as we see, former acting Solicitor General expects Trump to be indicted on special counsel. I expect y'all to do any goddamn stupid shit that you could do in your mind to try to block Trump, because, you know, if he gets back up in office, which the people were too dumb to see, you know what I'm saying, because they did no investigation based on the demon Democratic Party, because you weren't born in that time and you weren't interested in no research. All you're interested in is what is your time and what is here and now, such as we see when you created the Black Caucus Party and these civil rights leaders conned them into making black people vote for their enemy, the very same people that are killing their people in the South right now, talking about Jim Crow, Demon Democrat, Ku Klux Klan, all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Them rallies and burning of crosses without the circle at the top, you know what I'm saying? Their crooked ass and all kinds of bullshit going on there. So, deep state in our government is sending to complete free fall of Luciferian Baphomet bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so on. That we do see in this whole matter. So we have to start looking at the fact that we have to trade things up. You know, we get our ancestors by now would have expected us as black people to start even another party aside from their own bullshittical party, as you see. Fauci gives final message. Yeah, goodbye. Don't come back. Nobody wants to read a goddamn thing you saying, and you're full of shit, and you're gonna pay for what you have done. Let's see. Ocasio-Cortez, Demon Democrats, slams Bullward or whatever his name is for a tweet offering prayer after Q shooting. She just talking to get her mouth up in something, and have something to say, thinking that she's going to get some fame back. We need to get rid of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, because she ain't no more than a lunatic idiot, deep state blood sucking in the mix. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens when you let everybody in our government that comes from outside our country and coming over here with the same Luciferian demon shit they did over there in that country that links into this country, that's connected to that country, and they're connected to these different leaders that seem to jump in our face all the time, like Mr. Warlock, cue ball, bully ass. We see Brookhaven Town clerk retires from public service. Farewell, enjoy yourself and the rest of your life, and so on. But we need Brookhaven to clean up also. We see U.S. Justice Department seeks to void Trump's special master's review. We know that already. We see Colorado Springs shooting suspect Anderson Aldrich is a registered member of the Mormon Church. Spokesman confirmed. Imagine that. Now we see another one coming in from the press, the opinion saying that press stop leaks, impeach Justice Leto. Yeah, listen to his name, Justice Leto Cabron, you know what I mean? But we see here Morgan Freeman, you know what I'm saying, fans hurt and angry after actor leads Qatar World Cup opening ceremony. Well, Morgan Freeman, it speaks for his name. He working right with them. You know what I'm saying? He a deep state in itself. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't worrying about Morgan Freeman. He signed that contract just like the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? And they control him, so he gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Manhattan DA, you know what I'm saying? Alan Nutcase Braggs said this woman acted in self-defense. He prosecuted her for almost a year anyway. Alan Braggs finally moved to stop prosecuting Tracy McCarter. You know what? He needs to stop eating that pastrami. It's coming out his pores. Anybody got time with Alan Braggs' crooked ass? He a bully crook also. He on the tape, just like the rest of them deep state. And he needs to be ousted. You know what I mean? I believe, and everybody keeps voting this clown back in. He needs to be removed. This is the problem that we find in that people are not shaking up the ground. They're just banana boating down the fucking river and continuing to pull the rest of us into this bullshit as well. You know what I'm saying? And not looking at none of the facts. You know, how much does it take for these black people to betray your own ancestors? I guess ain't no more than a spit in the shine of your motherfucking shoes. And we've got to cut this out. It's time to shake up this government and shake up the beast that's within. You're playing around, but we want to stake the beast in the heart. President Creep Joe Biden thanks Army vets for bravery in helping describe the Cuban government or whatever in the situation, which I don't think loss of life should have been happened to anybody in many ways, but this is not looking right in many ways of what I see. We see a Brooklyn barber offers asylum seekers a free housing haircut. There you go. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Another hero strikes again. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn barber offers asylum seekers free haircuts. You know what I'm saying? So we see, you know what I'm saying? But we see chaotic scene in Final Fauci, Funk Fauci, the killing Weasel White House presser as yelling reporters drawn out questions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, ain't no draw out questions because y'all never answer them any goddamn way. You shook and jive the people right into what we saw happen. You shook and jive the country right into damn near fucking free fall. You've been shooking and jiving this country and robbing it blind while the American people been sucking a sour lime for the last 40 or 50, 60 years, even going back to what we call the roaring 20s. Now I'm saying you full of garbage then. You're no more than a common thief. You know what I'm saying? You're too damn fucking thief. And now you have never served the American people on no level. But we see a chaotic scene erupted during the Dr. Parchi. He's not a fucking doctor. He's a killing weasel and a madman, if you ask me. His final press conference on Tuesday, you know what I'm saying, when a reporter began shouting over his colleagues and demanding that White House Press Secretary Catherine Jean Pierre, or whatever her name is, Katrine or whatever her name is, Jean Pierre, nutcase, pull out the black card face, takes out, and she looks out of place, takes a question about the origin of COVID-19. Dr. Creepy, so-called Fauci the Killing Weasel, the outgoing director of, he's not no outgoing director, he's an asshole, talking about National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease. Imagine that. Listen to what it means. The Institute, keyword, of Allergy and Infectious Disease. What control, protection, had just finished discussing the state of COVID-19 pandemic and the step back to wait for questions when a number of journalists began to shouting their query. You know what I'm saying? This is not common for a press conference, but Mrs. June Goldfield called on, with a European ass washed out name, called on, you know what I'm saying, them to stop, and said that she would call an individual reporters and ask their questions, warning them that by shouting questions they would waste their colleagues and Dr. Creepy, Killing Machine, Banana Boat, Fruit Bowl, Dr. Fauci, the Killing Weasel. During the shouting, one reporter, who is believed to be Diana something, liable or whatever, of the right-wing Daily Caller, can be heard asking questions about the origin of the virus, but she was not called on. Imagine that. Creepy ass. Oh yeah. Fauci the Killing motherfucking Weasel of them with GBL. Black eyes. Shouts down. You know what I'm saying? Shuts down the shouting. Another reporter. You know what I'm saying? She is no more than a Luciferian bully sucker. A sellout of our own people. Imagine that. And if you can't see that, we're moving on from that bull crap. I ain't got no love for no clown such as her. Suffolk County deputies make Landron law, I guess it's called Landron or whatever, Landra law, DWI arrest. That's good. Keep it moving. Keep them off the street if they're going to be tearing up people doing that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But we see Sheena represented. She's needy. She's a sabotage and a clown and a spy and a dupe. You know what I'm saying? Talking about some AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez floats impeachment if Justice Thomas won't resign. No, Justice Thomas can stay where he at. Ocasio, not Case Cortez. What about you resign and Mr. Thomas stay where he at? You know what I'm saying? Let Clarence Thomas finish out his time while he's there. You know what I'm saying? But you shouldn't finish out your time. You need to be ousted the fuck out. No re-election for you. So if anybody re-elected you to office, they out their goddamn mind. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to hear that bullshit. Go sit down somewhere you're sorry with yourself. Nah, I mean, nobody wants to hear none of you, Schumer, or Nancy Nutcase ass Pelosi, Nancy. You know what I'm saying? Biden, creepy Joe Biden clarifies comments that Putin cannot remain in power. Neither can you bald-headed fruit bowl clown. You shouldn't have gotten in power at all. Talking about when I get in, remember that? And open border policy and all of that kind of shit. You remember that? You shouldn't even be there. You know what, a puppet and a bald-head, big-head clown. But anyway, nothing you got to say. We're moving on from that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Creepy Joe Biden administration plans to lift border restrictions. Oh, yes. Why wouldn't they with an open border policy that even the Russians can run in from that side? Stupid ass. Anyway, the largest war in the world, hundreds of thousands are killed in Ethiopia, Tigray conflict. Another disaster. And we know why this war is. It is not just what people think it is, it's what's at the bottom, not the top. But the top controls something that the bottom definitely gonna need, and they might have threatened to cut it off. So the bottom decides that they're gonna chump up and haul in these tyrants and wicked beasts, you know what I'm saying, and put them in power and up in Ethiopia to control Ethiopia's flow down the river. So we know what's going on. And the country that is doing most of this is the ones that claim to be the 144,000 of their so-called God chosen. And we're going to leave it there. But we're going to get back on this, and this is Point Black saying, stay right, stay tight. We're going to stay in the fight. And we ain't giving up for nobody. We're going to stay on the top flight. We're not going to sit here and betray our people for a bunch of trinkets like the rest of these clowns. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and we're going to rock it the way it is. We ain't going to cut no shorts or no lies and no bull jive. You know what I'm saying? We want to keep it 100 as we see it. And that's important to everything. When it comes to Ethiopia, we must protect Ethiopia by all means, because that's the cradle of life and the cradle of creation in itself. While we're sitting up here playing around as if we don't know that. That's why Ethiopia is always in trouble. They always starve the people. Mussolini attacked them using mustard gas and the Moors, and attacked Ethiopia and tried to kill off the population, and probably killed off many Ethiopians years ago, and sat there and did a genocide shit. A lot of this stuff is accepted by African people, and African people help them to do so, such as the Moors trade their ass. You know what I'm saying? Seeing, you know, attacking the Emperor Selassie and so on and so on. A lot of these people are no more than sellout clowns of their own people, and would do anything to their own people based on trying to impress these people. And how did they do a lot of this shit and get away with fucking up the minds of black people? They gave them a Luciferian Bible, saying in their Bible, of their narrative that they wrote, that black people are cursed. This is one of the moves that they use the Bible in order to make the world seem to be acceptable of the murdering and killing of the very gods of the planet, especially the goddess herself, the black woman. So, this is Point Black saying, stay right, stay tight, and we're going to keep it right. This is PBNN Point Black, National News. Say farewell, right there. One, we will meet again.